Greetings to all those out there watching this. What you're seeing is history that has been made and continues to be made. And I am Errol, the founder and the originator of this entire project. And my wife, Beth, is also a founder. And we are a 501c3, not-for-profit, which means we live on basically donations. This is my wife, Beth, and we have another founder, Butch Waller, and Brian Waller. Now, does anyone have anything to say?
Well, I just want to say that when you first told me about this, wow, he's such a visionary. He just comes up with these wonderful ideas. But I wasn't so convinced that we should change our lives and do something like this. This was quite a project. So I said, I'm going to go to prayer and ask the Lord what he wants us to do. So I did. And he said, yes, this is my way. And we were just astounded by all the many ways that the blessings were bestowed upon us and the many people who helped us get all this project going. So I'm grateful for it.
Butch?
Well, I met Errol about 20-some years ago. I'm Butch Waller. I was in the Air Force, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Basically, I was born on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 46. That matters, and if you know what that means.
My name is Brian Waller, and I volunteer out here.
Now, I apologize for reading this. We sold our house in Magnolia, Texas area and bought 200 acres in the mountains at Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It was during that time that God spoke to my heart, asking me to honor the flying aviation cadets that had built the air arm of this nation in the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and the Air Force. And incidentally, there was 120 acres bordering our land. And again, God stepped in. We bought the land, formed the Aviation Cadet Museum, as I previously said, a 501c3, not-for-profit corp. That was over 20 years ago. As soon as we could, we brought in some military aircraft, ending up with 5 in one cockpit section. After our F-105 was delivered, Beth and I were up at the base, laying out where the buildings were to go. And we noticed a man over at the plane pen. We went over to him and he introduced himself as Butch Waller. He said he'd been in the Air Force and had painted our 105 when he was on active duty. Then he said he would like to volunteer to work at the museum. Wow, what a godsend. Not only did we get Butch, but we also got his grandson, Brian. They have been pivotal in the building and operation of this museum. I think that all who hear this story will realize that without God's hand laying out our direction and destiny, none of this great project would have happened. Yes, he is alive, always there for his children to direct, support, and most of all, love. And God bless the USA.